Good evening everyone, and welcome to this live stream from Bromsgrove and District Indoor Bowls Club for the Worcestershire Indoor Bowls Association County Open Triples. This evening we've got two teams from Bromsgrove, Ray Kellard, Graham Arnold and Pete Bryan versus Margaret Kellard, Sue Atkinson and Diane Arnold. Next to me this evening is Richard. Welcome Richard.
Welcome John, yeah, thanks very much. Our first time together, so let's hope it goes as well as every other one has.
Super duper. They're just having the first trial end at the moment, and then we'll soon get the video up.
Right, I'll just run through the bowls that the players are using. For the chaps, we got Ray Kellard using fine line. Graham Arnold is using Vectra VS's size 4. Peter Bryan is using Tiger Pro size 4. And for the ladies we have Margaret Kellard using Vectra VS's 2 medium. Diane Arnold, Drake's Pride Professionals 1 medium. And Sue Atkinson, Tiger Pro 2 heavy. Just an update on the two teams. The last round we had the men, they played and they beat a team from Bromsgrove, skippered by Pete Hancock's, which I believe we did show live on streaming. And the women, they beat a team from Malvern, skippered by Andy Watkins. That one unfortunately we didn't stream, as we were streaming something else, but there we go. That's what happens. They're just having a roll up at the moment. We'll there we go. Give you all a good look at what's happening. So what's the order then?
So we've got some family bragging rights up for grabs certainly this evening. Ray and Margaret and Di and Graham. So and it'll be Di and Graham later in the week as well, when it's a county fours final on Wednesday. So that should be interesting to see how the week goes on.
I'm sure they'll make up before then. And for the men, we've got leading Ray Kellard, Graham Arnold bowling number 2, and Peter Bryan skipping. And for the ladies, Margaret Kellard will be leading, Sue Atkinson number 2, and Di Arnold is skipping the ladies. I think from mine and John's point of view, good luck to all of them. We know them all. So there's no favourites from us, and let's hope they all have a very good game and enjoy themselves.
Yeah, second that. Should be an interesting start to the game. I think the Leeds have got a key role to play in the building up of these ends early on.
Very much so, yes, yes. I'd just like to say as well, congratulations to the two finalists for the Bromsgrove singles, which is John Cracknell and Brian Lees. Yeah, we've I shan't say what's just been thought, said or whatever, but a bit of banter's going on round the corner. Yeah, good luck to those two in the final, which is weekend of the 6th and 7th of April. I think both players have won it a couple of, at least 2 or 3 times, so should be very interesting. Very interesting. I think the biggest part of this match will be, and I don't mean to sound anything other than complimentary, is I think it's how the women handle it, John.
Yeah, especially I think if Margaret can lead well, that'll take some of the pressure off.
Yes.
And obviously Margaret and Ray know each other's game very, very well, so it'll be interesting how they handle where they put the mat, how far up the jack goes, and wherever. They're already a bit of a...
I think it's more...
I might have hit that jack at some point of one too many times, and I think they're just checking if it's all right to be used. It might be more egg-shaped by the looks of it. Although that's coming straight down the middle. No, it's not. Don't think they're happy with that.
Yes, I think we've got to say the men have probably been in positions like this a lot more than the ladies. So, you know, hopefully the nerves won't kick in to worry them.
They'll take it one end at a time, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Look to still be in the game, probably in 6-end blocks. Look where they are at 6 ends, stay in the game halfway through towards the 12th end, and then obviously in it, then up to the 18 end. So just a reminder for everyone, it's a 3.5-hour game, or 18 ends after the trial ends. We'll keep you updated on the time if that gets close near the end.
Yeah, it looks as if the women, the men have won the toss of the coin. As the viewers can see, we have a big league itinerary tonight. The rest of the rings being used. And
my mistake on the game tonight is that I've actually been corrected. It's 16 ends in the county triples. Don't ask me why. If anyone's watching and wants to put in the comments why they do that, it's the only comp that the county does at 16 ends. So yeah, just to confirm, it is 16 ends or 3.5 hours.
now, it might be a bit confusing to the viewers with what we've got up on the scoreboard with Team Kellard and Team Arnold. Team Kellard refers to the male side and Team Arnold is the female triples. As I say, I know a lot of you viewers who play at Bromsgrove will probably think, well, we've got a Kellard for both teams and an Arnold for both teams, but the away team is the ladies' team and the home team is the men's. Yeah, John's just come up with something. It is 16 ends, this competition, or 3.5 hours. I'm just going to say, how did you enjoy your first role as commentating, John?
I was terrified to be honest leading up to it, but Graham eased me in, and 5-10 minutes afterwards I was as if I'd just talking to somebody down the pub. It was great fun to do, and I've got to admit I had some great comments and some lovely feedback off people over the coming days. So
Good.
I made the same mistake of saying yes to Helen again for tonight.
So you must have enjoyed it. Well, that's good. That's good.
It is interesting to see the setup here that Helen's got together. It's a right credit to her for everything that she puts in for this, and me and Richard have the easy job tonight doing the commentary. All the hard work's done by Helen, who's put a lot of hard work and effort into all the equipment that we get so that we can do this live streaming for you all.
Yeah, without a doubt, that's exactly right, John. And I know this is a county match, and we would so love to be able to go to other places to do it. And I know Helen would, but unfortunately, it's all about what the Wi-Fi's like. And unfortunately, in Malvern, it isn't quite up to scratch. But I do believe they're thinking of sorting it out. Hopefully they do. And then we could cover all the finals, which would be a lot better. Give the whole of the Worcestershire County something to look at and to listen to.
That's just over a yard. Let's go a foot.
So it looks as if they're going to play twos up.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me, with especially with it only being the 16 ends. They should have plenty of time to be able to get that in with the twos up.
Yes. Yeah, without a doubt.
And there won't be an inch given early doors, I'm sure.
Like you said earlier on, there's too much on the bragging rights. It could end up spare bedrooms and everything else down going to. We are joking. I'm sure it won't come to that.
So last couple of bowls now coming up on the second trial end, and then we'll get ready to get started with the proper action.
Now, I will apologise beforehand and say that as everybody who's listened and seen this before, I do get the scores and the ends a little bit mixed up to start with until I'm into the swing of things. Hope you go along and give me a little bit of space on that. Right. Clock's gone on. Ready to roll. Rock and roll. Yeah, you're doing all right. Doing all right. So tactics straight away. Going for a shorter jack.
No great surprise there from Ray from the first jack. He generally likes a shorter length on the jack. Normally they mat up a bit more, so that's the only surprise for me. He's just given Margaret an opportunity from the off.
Thank you.
Need a big sign, don't you? A shot word. You have 3 seconds.
Good correction there from Ray with his second ball.
Yeah,
Immediate
well bowled.
reaction, well bowled.
Yeah.
I think we still got it win today, Alan.
Interesting choice there by Margaret to stick to her hand.
Yeah, I don't think Margaret likes changing her hand. I think she prefers the backhand.
Ray looking on a decent line again here. Ball on his weight. Definitely inside the wing ball.
Yeah, very good. Yeah, that's better from Margaret. More better thinking.
Don't think Di gave her much of a choice. Don't think she's quite giving it the pace. Lovely land for the turning over of the hand, but a yard or so short. Maybe 4 feet. Pete seems to like Graham's first ball coming up here, all on the weight. Just want to get through a touch. But
Yeah, line's pretty good. Yeah. Yeah, bit of grippo or something on to slow it down.
all on the weight here from Sue. Might just have a touch on, but the green looks very good. Just going to run through yard 4 foot. Let's put a bit more on that. Whether that comes back inside Margaret's wing bowl. Just into the back and over his bowl. Good pace though, I think.
Yeah, looked better, definitely. So John, tell me, have you anything else to play for?
Any club 2 singles, that's this Sunday.
Yeah,
County 4's final this Wednesday, and the men's open pairs on Thursday night, semi-final here.
right. So still there for a bit.
Still a few to play
Yeah, could all go down in a week though, couldn't it?
for. We're packing up at this weekend. Graham, just on the high line there on that backhand going up towards the scoreboard, it does just stick a bit if you're a fraction high or a yard over pace.
Yeah, as we look, the left-hand side of the green does seem to hold a straighter line.
On the pace again from Sue here. I don't think she's quite got enough, or she's just under the line, one of the two.
Yes. One and a measure by the look of it.
There's a line on both hands here for Pete. I think he'll still play the backhand, would be probably favourite for him. Or he might fancy a big draw on the forehand. No, he's it is the backhand. Just going to be dropping underneath Graham's bowls, hopefully.
I think he could be looking as might be pushing Ray's up. It's a bit worried out. Right, looked lovely. Right, Pete changing. Yeah, I think Pete loves to have a swinger rather than a straight.
I just need him to drop a yard or so with this bowl. Well, definitely on a good road for it. Further this comes, this look.
Don't
in
look
the
bad.
area.
Yeah, good effort. Yeah, well bowled.
Yeah, second bowl there from Di. Plenty of room for Pete if he gets his weight right.
Well,
Tackled, as Graham would say.
sorry.
He's on a bit of a high line, but with an edge off here, anything could happen.
Well, unlucky. Nice little effort there. it, yeah. Yeah, the beads of sweat are coming out over Mr. Arnold's forehead. Yeah, lengthened it out a little bit there. So it looks as if they're going to try and switch the girls around a little bit.
Yeah, lovely start there from Ray.
Don't let them get into a rhythm on one leg.
Just under the line here from Margaret, but weights.
Yeah, weight's very good.
Okay start, 18 inches shy of the jack.
Yeah, doing the live stream, it's awkward for the players. Keep looking behind and trying to leave a good viewing platform. So you get to have a look at what the line is coming down at, the bowls.
Bit of line here from Margaret, all on the weight. She might have just pushed through this just a fraction.
No, it looks good.
No. Very good correction from her first bowl.
Yeah, that's fell in, that is. Could be shot wood now. Yeah.
Ray doesn't look a million miles away, he's got a lovely line coming in here. Just dropped it that 18 inches 2 feet short.
Come on then, Margaret, follow it up. It's a little bit tighter to me.
I think looking at some of these legs that are on display this evening, I think we need the summer to arrive or fake tan to be handed out to some of the members.
I'm saying nothing.
Graham's first bowl's got the shot back. Any sideways touch might have made 2 of that for the men.
Yeah. Yeah, that little touch has made a little bit of difference. Made it awkward for Sue now, that has, because she's only drawing, using drawing weight. Any touch isn't going to send the jack too far away.
Might almost be worth Sue looking to play down the other end to open that up.
Yeah.
Their bowl at the back would be protected straight through raise or just underneath to get the red away, open it up. So all this is doing is giving Graham an easy opportunity to get in. Yeah. against that ball.
I mean, I know Di can play with a little bit of weight, but
This is a tough shot that she's asking Sue to play.
I think she's asking more to
Draw
probably
in.
to clear
No, I think
as
she's,
well.
I think she's possible. Is she? Be interesting if it is. No, I think she is looking on a drawing line. This is a great effort. This is a great effort. Wow, that couldn't have gone any better.
Yeah.
Just needed a little edge off the wing bowl. Got a perfect result from it.
Yeah, well done. Similar wood for Graham from his last two. Probably just a little bit more, about half a yard of weight.
Yeah, apart from the shot bowl, they've got second and third, and then they've also got the best back as well on the rink at the moment. So I don't think he'll be looking to be short with this. Maybe T weight at tops. Oh, he's got a bit more on actually. Looking
I
to run
think
down
it's
the
gone
ball.
now. That'll go, won't it? That'll go.
Oh,
Well, a little bit more on that, he'd have been all right. Oh. Spoil.
I can't. Well, all on pace here for Sue. Up is quite important on this one. That's a very good, very good covering bowl.
Actually, that is very good because the jack isn't going to go to the to raise bowl so much now if he does push forward.
There is the plant onto Graham's bowls at the front, which will bring the jack out towards ring 6, towards the right of your screen, folks. Be interesting with a miss where Dyer looks to bowl the first bowl.
Well, that wasn't far off, was it?
Literally a cigarette paper between that and the jack, and he's just lost his bowl. So if he had just a bit more control on that bowl, it would have been into the shot bowl at least, or open it up with the jack going through.
I mean, the thing is, you can afford to come off the red bowls, can't you?
Even
Ride
play
them.
it full, yeah, or play it full through.
Yeah.
There's no real harm. As long as Doy's reaching here, it's another good covering bowl. So
Yeah,
they do have a bit to think about here, Pete and the gents, because they've got 2-1 behind the jack now. So
Graham's called him to play it through. Well, well,
it's leading a charmed life, that jack, at the moment for the ladies.
well, that certainly helped him out.
Yeah, that doesn't make the front much easier for Pete's next bowl.
No, but his backwood now is a lot better placed
Very true.
for the next for a similar shot to what he's just played.
Doy's on a very good line here.
Yeah, kept her composure here. Oh, well bowled.
I'm not sure if that was intentional or not, but
I'll give her credit. Peter will be playing a similar to his last bowl. Might be a bit wide.
Just going to miss this on the high side.
Absolute pain. You're playing.
We've even got them here.
2.
See if the ladies put this any different to the men. The mat's definitely back at least a yard. Jack probably a similar length, just a yard or so difference.
We'll see if Margaret can give Ray the runabout.
Not with the first one, I don't think. By the looks of it, just running through a couple of, nearly 2.
This is what I say with Margaret. If she gets on a roll of finding her length, that's when she's can do some real damage. Ray's probably a little bit more versatile.
That looks a better line from Margaret this time. Yeah, definitely improvement there with the weight.
Peter's chuckling to himself. I'm giving him a few signs.
Ray's starting to find his range here on this end. There's a bit of family love there though, as he just nestles the jack up to Margaret's bowl.
Yes, the winners of this play Darren Mallin, I believe, in the final. So that's I don't know who they beat in the last round. Do you, John?
No. Well, Ray's got a good line. He's trying again here. Depends on the drop off that hand. Great effort.
Well, it's pushed it out. That's made it better.
Actually, it's not too bad for either side that with the jack move in. It's just given both teams just that little bit of room to play with, made the forehand draw an easier option for both. Very good line from Sue. Lovely line, just right away, it's 4 feet according to Di.
Well, these shots should suit Graham's Woods, shouldn't they, really? Can play a little bit tighter.
So Tottenham, I've just seen your comments. I'll be having a word with you up Coombswood in the summer.
Hello to Tony Yap and Ann Case, and there's a few others watching as well. Welcome to Bromsgrove Indoor Bowling.
I think all the Egyptians are coming through. It's like Moses, isn't it?
Slightly tighter line there from Sue, all on her weight. If she can get down to that front bowl and in, it's a very good effort. Very good weight. Graham there just checking on his weight, how far he went through with his first. We will need to be mindful of that front bowl for Graham's because it's they'll come a bit flatter than Sue's.
Oh, this looks
Very close to it, just staying on the high side, just that yard, 4 feet away that he got. Di there just encouraging Sue just to be very similar because I think they're very conscious that they're
a little bit weighty, I think.
not many woods about, but if they can just lock onto a wood at the back.
That's all right, that is. It's waiting.
I'm not sure if Graham was just having a little look at the other hand there, but I still think he fancies that forehand to just play straight through the jack, up to tee weight, and just change it a bit, because if not, it's going to give Di an opportunity.
Is that one in front of the jack raise?
That's raise, yeah.
You know, I mean, it looks nicely placed to be able to push. Just got to remember it doesn't bend so much on this hand.
Well, it's just going to hold out a fraction, I think, but he has got Sue's bowl on the wing there just to get him for another second.
Ooh, ooh, ooh.
What Di's thinking of here, she doesn't want to play the open hand and give Peter any width. I think she's just looking to be confident with her draw pace here and not do any damage round raise, just resting onto that last bowl and maybe drop in for second.
That's it, rest on her husband's
Use and
closest.
abuse the
Yeah.
forehand. Oh no, I think she is still looking at the forehand. She was looking at the backhand, but
I mean, we must say Di's a good bowler in her own right. Doesn't get flustered, so
she's definitely down a good line with that first ball. Might be just lacking a yard.
Yeah.
Maybe 4 feet. I think she's just looking to draw in to raise. That hasn't helped Peter on the backhand because he's that'd probably force him a fraction wide. Oh, I haven't played the. Still a few balls to go on the third end, and they're already half an hour into this game. So at this rate, we're going to be getting close on the time towards the end. Loads to play for yet.
Yeah, it's a bit wide, Pete.
Yeah, he's mindful he's got to be up, but it's just pushed him through that. Again, very good line from Dyke. That will come straight off the string there, all on pace here. Margaret's looking a bit more interested. Still think it's just a fraction short. Yard away.
Right, tighten your line, Peter, and see what happens. That's better. That's better.
A long way to hold still, that.
Yeah.
But,
Made it awkward now.
well, it hasn't. It depends. If nothing changes, Pete's got an option with weight straight through that bowl. Nothing really to lose. The ladies have only got the one bowl about until this comes in. This is a great try if he gets off the back bowl.
Yeah, I think Peter's more happier with drawing than playing the weight.
It's an interesting line.
Oh, they look interested. Yeah.
That's a good conversion by Pete there. One down to one and a look up, I think, maybe 2 up.
Well, cracking bowl there. Well bowled.
They're obviously keeping it a secret.
One.
Richard's like a new man tonight. Score and ends all up to date. 3 in. What could possibly go wrong? Yeah, this hasn't surprised me. Hasn't taken Ray long to get the mat right up. Those that know him and play at Bromsgrove will see this as quite a normal tactic in league games that he plays. Although from his first bowl you wouldn't necessarily know that it's his length. He'll be quite disappointed with that, I'm sure, after his jack.
Yeah, he's given the initiative to Margaret. Who hasn't quite taken advantage of it, but better behind than 2 yards in front.
just showing with those just how much green you do need on this rink. It's bowling with a fine line, and that's gone right across from the string, and he's still ended up tight. Tricky hand that can be. Yeah, all on the way here for Margaret. Certainly in the area.
Yes, a lot better.
Just a foot or so short. Shot bowl for now. People looking interested in this. If Ray's up, he might just be 18 inches, 2 feet short.
Well, not really good bowling by Ray, that isn't. We would expect something a lot better than that, wouldn't we, really?
Normally. And Margaret switched to the forehand and just dropped the pace.
It looks as if that nearly messed the backhand up.
I'd expect Graham just to be coming down on the forehand
Yes.
first bowl.
Yeah,
Beat Ray's back bowl, draw him for shot.
yeah.
Although he is still, he has just had another look back at the head if he fancies something else. I don't know if they've got 2 seconds or just the one.
It's too early really to worry about that, I think. It'll just be a draw. Wow.
Surprised at that. I would have thought Graham would have been in just a dead sort of pace, but gives Sue an opportunity. It's a better line from Graham. I just think he might have a bit of pace on this. Not a lot, but just through.
Just wonder if the men have got a bit of tenseness in their arms, especially Ray and Graham. Looks a bit racy.
I think they definitely know both sides definitely need to get another bowl in. More so the ladies. That bowl of Margaret is starting to look a bit isolated, especially if Graham gets somewhere close with his third bowl.
Running a bit. Well,
Good line from Sue again. Looks a better weight. This has got every chance of changing the head, this has.
yeah. Well, the women are certainly up for it. But like we say, there's a long way to go yet. Long way to go.
Pete might just drop in for second bowl here.
Second ball, well done, mate.
He certainly picks a good line out. Definitely going to be an asset to Bromsgrove next year.
That's for certain, yeah. Bit of pressure on Di here, even though they've got the shot. As the head's really favouring the gents at the moment.
Yes. Bit wide and heavy.
Well, the pace does drop off. This is actually, if this gets in front of Graham's bowl there, that's a pretty useful bowl. That stops the shot through for 4 or 5. Just a bit of pace on this one from Pete, but again, if he gets in front of that last bowl, again, that just gives them an option.
Yeah, just rest into him, Di. Yes, looks interesting.
Depends on the drop. I think she's underneath it. She just wants to stay off the jack to avoid any danger. Might have just run out, but I think Peter's wondering how much weight to play with this. Ray looks like he's got the weight of the world on his shoulders as he's pondering what's going on. Oh, he's sticking to the draw, Pete.
Oh, it's a bit heavy.
Line more than anything in the finish. I'm not really sure of the overthinking of this last shot, really. It's just draw into that.
Into the 3 woods, isn't it? At
Yeah.
the back, really. Yeah.
Bonus is the jack to the side, but just a bit of width on the shot. Not overcomplicate it. Back toucher could bring in 4, but it's very similar bowl to what she's bowled with the first 2, really, and just getting a result off that wing bowl.
Yeah. Just needs to be outside Graham's about, what, 10 inches? The side wood, front side wood of Graham's. Let it drift in.
A better line than a second bowl, that is for sure. It's a great effort here.
Yeah, well bowled.
Might just run in and out, this.
Well,
I'll have a quick look at this. But,
one in a measure. Yeah, it's definitely pressure on the men here.
two not being convinced here on the measure, making sure Graham goes down again. Could be some tactics going on here.
So, nothing given, nothing taken. 3-2, Team Arnold, that's the ladies.
Margaret very consistent on the jack there again. Neither leads really settled on with their first bowl in this game so far. Each time they've given their opponent a great opportunity, and it's rarely been taken so far, which is a bit of a surprise with Ray and Margaret, to be honest. Although Ray certainly put his first bowl down on a decent line, probably just a fraction under it. And again, he hasn't taken full opportunity there. A yard short of the jack.
Yeah, I think it's always awkward when you get husband and wife playing against one another, and you got especially two in this match. You know, there's it's very awkward, very awkward. But as bowlers, they've got to get over it. You've got to be ruthless.
Graham encouraging Ray with this one. Better bowl. See if Margaret can put it right with the third bowl. Oh, Di's looking interested with it. It's definitely a better bowl. It's just got a bit of pace on it.
Just run out. Well, if Ray can nail it now with the bowls as they are, it can give them a very, very good start to this end. I don't think he liked that one.
Well, they're encouraging it again. His weight's very good there.
Well, he didn't seem to like that one so much. Sent it out wider and it still come round.
Well, you'd have thought if Ray's come back from there, then Susie's definitely got a chance. Just he had a 2 foot of pace in the finish. Cracking road. Good adjustment coming up with the second one, hopefully. There's some banter going on between Graham and someone on the rink. A bit of a chuckle on the game.
Oh, it's a better line for Graham.
Yeah, that's about the right road. Yeah. It's in, 18 inches through. Loads of room still. On a similar line, so it's all on weight. She might have just dropped this a yard short. What a shame.
Yeah.
Very
Lovely
good
line. Yeah, the line's very good.
4 feet.
Now, this is where Graham can put the pressure on.
He's certainly on a road for it. Fraction wider, he just needs good pace. Just pushed it through.
Yeah, very surprised. Very surprised. It's unlike Graham. Normally he doesn't need too many chances, does he, to put a team in problems.
Well, ball on the way here from Sue. If it's on from her second bowl, then she's got a great chance here.
Yeah. She's died again. Lovely line.
3 wonderful lines there from Sue. Just missing the weight on each time. Looks a better line from Graham, and he's chasing that up, so I think he likes it. She's a bit of pressure here for Di. First time anyone's been 3 or 4 down, I think. But the way it's just sat, she's just got a great chance there. It's just sat down, ready to be rested on. It's either hand, to be honest, because the short bowl is on the forehand is far enough down if she fancied it.
Come under it, or see if you can come just round it, just towards the finish.
I think Di will be trying to rest in the back bowls, won't she?
Yeah,
Yeah.
she's got the extra chance on the forehand. That she's a fraction over.
Oh,
She's
this
still
looks
got a
tight.
bowl, but she's going tight and light just by a fraction.
Yeah, this is where you turn around and say that the pressure builds a little bit. This is where I would imagine the men would be a little bit better at holding the pressure.
Well, there's no pressure on them on this end, so they
Not at the
they won't-
moment.
No.
That's true. I mean, we talk about the bowls, we commentate, and we always say to the people that are watching, the biggest problem with bowls is giving 3s, 4s or 5s away.
That's a stunning bowl from Pete.
That's exactly putting the pressure on that
For
one.
me, that's only one shot left now. It's the backhand draw into Graham's back bowl.
Yes,
Just
yeah.
She's about 18 inches to get second bowl in here.
Must be up. Must be up, Di.
Well, this is a great effort from Di. She's close to getting the shot. That's a great reply from
Well done.
Di.
Well bowled.
Sort of locked in a little bit as well, so
Well, now, he either wants to rest on Di's or push his bowl. which will automatically push the jack across. Might be a bit wide, yeah.
Yeah, they're almost okay going one down here. If Di can get to the red bowl, it takes away a lot of danger.
Well, she's got good height. She's got good height. It's her weight now.
All on the pace there. Well,
No.
Graham's
No.
already walked away.
Yeah.
That's
What a lovely
family
line.
knowledge of what the bowls do.
What a lovely line there, eh? But there again, Di's done the job. She's cut it right down. There's going to be no, shouldn't be any 4s or 5s here.
How far down the barrel you actually get it?
There's a discussion gone on there by the gents as to what they're trying to play. I thought it would have just been the forehand draw again, just draw into the bowl.
Yeah, get the
Arnie just been reminded that we don't want to just look at his bum all game, and we'd
Hey,
like to watch
hey,
the
hey.
bowls coming up.
Oh, that's a bit tight, light from Peter.
Some people might add in the comments that they do like looking at Graham's posterior, but I'll be surprised, but there we go. All square, 5 ends in.
Yes, fair play to Di there. She bowled a good wood and
That saved a lot.
saved a lot. Yeah,
Saved a lot.
yeah, yeah. Well done to her.
Ray's gone from a short length coming this way to not quite full length, but definitely changing it.
Yeah, much better start from Ray. Sometimes I think you've got to play your own game, John. You can't, you can't keep trying to upset the opposition.
Don't want to overthink it at times.
Exactly.
Play a natural game.
Yeah, do what you're good at. That's it's when that don't work. That's when you have to change the game. Oh, right. I do apologise to the viewers.
Minions, isn't it? You'll get one out in a minute. The peat written on it.
crack on with the commentary now.
As you can see, ladies and gentlemen, we do have a bit of banter here, and it all goes down well between the players and the commentating people.
Much better end this time from Ray.
Yeah, more consistent, definitely. Definitely holding two. Margaret. Looks a very good line. Oh, just a bit heavy. Oh, what do I know about it? Just held up.
That gives the ladies a chance though. There's options both hands now
Yeah.
as the head's starting to develop.
Yeah, the chaps will be hoping to just touch that jack sidewards a little bit.
Just like to say hello to Pete, Rick and Andy. I hope you're enjoying the viewing.
Oh, Pete Bryan seems to like this one.
That's another one in. So this is a very similar similar way that the previous end went. Holding 2 or 3 so far, halfway through the end.
Yeah, ladies could do with one in and around the jack.
Well, there is the open hand still available for a draw, and options on the forehand if need be with a bit of weight. Those are really the 2 options at the moment. Well, I was interested with this if this one's on.
Graham composing himself. Just wants to drift round Sue's bowl. Bit tight, I think.
No, that doesn't help that hand at all. Di's obviously got confidence with Sue's bowling to draw around her own wood there.
I mean,
There's the option just inside Margaret's wing bowl. Probably get 3rd bowl off that maybe.
oh, this is wide enough. Is it too wide? Oh, it's heavy. It's running through a little bit.
Well, that might
Yes,
just
it's
give
good,
the men
yeah.
something to think about though. That's
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, Graham, have you got the height?
it's weight that's going to be the
Oh, it's
concern.
coming under. That's probably done. Yeah, as you say, weight, John. That was all it was.
Well, definitely a good road here from Sue. All on the pace.
Yeah, it does
Wow,
look
great
good.
effort here. That can drop in, that's going to change the head.
Oh yes, that might be shot wood.
Might even be shot bowl, that.
Yeah. I mean,
Ray's just confirmed to us that is the shot bowl.
the forehand's good for Pete here. A little touch up.
He's still playing the backhand at the moment with his first bowl. I think he's just favours
Yeah.
drawing either side of
Pete,
the
Pete,
shorter
Pete's
bowl.
pretty good at these shots. He's never far away.
He might get this one back. Oh.
Lovely try, Peter.
The only danger on the other hand for Pete really is he doesn't want to be over the weight, because there's this little pocket at the back where he could go 3 or 4 down if the Jap moves a foot or so, which is
Yeah.
probably mindful that he's only 1 down at the moment.
Yeah, he just needs to hit raise wood, roll it over once, maybe twice. But there again, if Pete's drawing to the jack, then that's going to be the weight to just roll it over that once, isn't it, really?
Yeah.
I just think it's an overdraw here, Pete. To lift that, slide that, drop in there.
Might just be over the top, I don't know. No, it's coming very well. Yeah, it's bowled this just about to perfection. Oh, no, there was the slightest contact, another ½ inch, he'd have been perfect. It does just help him though with, that's where I was talking where that's finished of the danger, that's taken all that danger away now in that little pocket.
Yeah, without a doubt.
Better effort here from Di as well.
Oh, this
Noble
is
effort
very
here.
good, very good. Well
That
bowled.
is the shot. Oh, very good effort here again from Pete. He's adjusted the green here a fraction. This could work out very well. Oh, well, debatably shot ball.
A little bit unlucky there, really.
Very unlucky.
You're talking about a couple of mil one way and a couple of mil the other, and
Just had confirmation that they're definitely 1 down the men, possibly 2. I don't think Sue will be getting Di to be too adventurous here. I think Di will be looking to just bowl something similar if she can,
yeah.
not overly trying.
Not quite here, I don't think, Di. Two. Well done, ladies. So, 6 ends through. 5-3 to the ladies. Team Arnold.
It does just look like Margaret might push this a bit further, but to be fair, I think they've won both the longer ends so far, so maybe they're thinking they'll give this a go themselves.
Yeah, I think the men are messing about a bit too much. Myself, I think they ought to settle on a lengthened bowl to it.
Again, just a bit of a loose start there from Margaret, just giving Ray an opportunity. That might just be under the line as well from Ray. So again, especially coming this way, neither of them are really taking advantage of the other's first bowl. Better line from Margaret with this one. Just lost her pace a bit. Much better line though.
Hi Andy, how are you mate? Bit lonely are you? No golf? Hey, never mind. Have an IPA, bump your confidence up. Hiya Sue, how are you doing? Alright darling. Helen's laughing her socks off here.
Oh, this needs the jack. Graham pointing to the ceiling. I can only assume that means that Ray's holding at the moment.
Excuse me.
Well, definitely interested in this one. Just look a fraction underneath it, but might be in for two. May have just fell short. Not sure Sue's up with that one. It always looked light. Tricky shot that to get round the front to cover that.
Yeah, you just want to drift round it, don't you? You don't want to push it so it runs. Just want to get up to the front bowl and then let it swing in. I'm sure Graham will show us how to do it now.
Well, Graham's got the much easier shot of either just draw into the jack or draw into Margaret's back bowl.
Yes.
Just draws that, sits it away for three.
the height looks good.
He's definitely in the area. Very good try. Might be unlucky, might have given the shot away. Yep, according to Pete, he's just given the shot away.
Yeah, the lads aren't quite having the run of the bowl at the moment. But as we say, it's early days, early doors.
Definitely a better pace here from Sue. Might just be over the top of it, but boom.
Oh
might have
no,
given the
that's
shot
given away
again.
now. Hey.
How far's the black ball behind the jack now, Peter?
Yeah, so Graham will want to just drift past the jack, push Margaret's a little bit, or pick the jack up even. He won't want to do too much with it, will he, John?
No, just be no further through than the back bowl. Rest off it, or like you said, just move the jack. But you might be trying to give him a shot again. Yeah?
Oh, he
He's
has
drawn
got
in.
shot, yeah. That gives them alternatives now.
Yeah, I think that's the once Margaret's bowl was sat down. I think that's definitely the shot for both teams to be playing here.
That looks a good line. It's all on your weight.
Yeah, it's looking very interesting. Certainly won't be last bowl, that is for sure. What a great effort. Gets them second bowl, falls in for shot.
Well shot.
Brilliant bowl.
Measure. It's always calling a measure, so. But it's in a good place, in a very good place.
Yeah, all of a sudden the whole dynamic of the heads changed there from being in the men's favour to always got everything to play for now. Draws to the jack, plays Graham's away. It's worth 2 or 3 shots to them.
But certainly, as John said, in the women's hands, theirs looks a lot better position than the men. Yeah, just been confirmed. The men are 1 down. Well, if you're here, no.
Just drop the pace on it.
Yeah.
Well, Dom's got a great opportunity here with their first bowl. All on pace here for Di. She's floated this up a treat.
Well, she certainly give it a chance.
Might be just 18 inches shy.
Unlucky, lovely line.
Great.
Great effort.
That hasn't made it any easier for Pete. I think it's, Graham's potentially going to be looking for a running bowl here off Pete, I think.
Oh, it's Peter's shot now, isn't it?
Everyone's still looking at whatever shot.
They're not looking at the one onto the red, push the jack up.
Oh, I think from Graham's body language there, I think they're just looking for
A
a
draw.
draw.
Yeah.
We, his ultra confidence in Pete's natural drawing game here, if that is the case. It's going to take some holding. He's not quite up to the strings on that, and that will go on that forehand. Doesn't make either hand any easier to play.
I wonder whether he was trying to push that one up now. Because he's well short for what he normally bowls. Yeah.
This is an interesting shot that Di's fencing.
I think she's looking at alternatives really.
Yeah.
She don't want to do too much damage and
just the weight again, but again that no real change to the head there. I still think Pete was trying to bowl a draw
it.
bowl with his first. He just gone underneath the line.
Well, he certainly is this time.
Well, he's a good 18 inches wider than his first. This needs dead pace. Anything more than that, and he's just going to hold
heavy,
by.
yeah. Bit heavy, yeah. It's not awkward. This is probably the skip's worst nightmare, is trying to get round the short woods, John.
Yeah, I'm still surprised that they haven't really looked to play up to that. Could have been positional on with his second bowl and pushed up with his last. Well, that isn't going to help the cause for the gents. So just, I think they're not. I don't think they're convinced actually who's shot yet. So maybe they think they're shot and he's not trying too hard.
Graham's told me it's they're down. So
Well, this is a line. That is. This could be an absolute worldie of a ball coming up here. It's going to make two of this.
oh, well done,
That's
well
brilliant.
bowled. That is superb. That's Peter Bryan at his best. Two.
Two shots.
Well,
Brilliant.
credit where credit's due there, ladies and gentlemen. And I will say this, when John Cracknell says what a great bowl, then you know it is. Yeah.
This is the longest length we've had all game. It's T to T.
Well bowled, well bowled. Pete, who are you with tomorrow night? Who are you with tomorrow night?
Again, just the lead bowl, not really on the mark. Margaret again, not taking the opportunity, although it is shot bowl for now. Good weight.
Thing is, whether she takes the opportunity or not, if she can still get shot wood, it's not going to help raise confidence. He looks tight.
Yeah, it's tight and light, I think, on that one.
I mean, really. Bit runny, I think, Margaret.
No, I think Ray's confused himself with this Mountain Jack. He's just not been comfortable with any of his bowls this end.
I wonder sometimes if there has been threats thrown out, family-wise.
Are you trying to suggest that Margaret might have got under his skin?
Got to.
Well,
Hey.
Ray's certainly looking the
Pensive.
more unhappy person coming
Pensive,
down
very
that.
pensive. Spare room tonight, Ray?
I know that this is a little tip to people here. I know that Di always brings a bag of sweeties with her, so I'm going to go and investigate.
Go on then, John. I'll take over. Well, if Sue can find the length here and a real good wood, that would put the pressure on. Oh, what a shame. Lovely line. How are we looking now, Graham? Still a bit wide. Oh, this is better. This is a better line. This is much better.
Yeah, Sue's made that a better two there.
Yes, much better. There's a bit of protection.
All on pace here, he's got a tighter line.
Yeah, much better line.
Might just be on the outside of it though with Graham's bowls. They just struggle to just drop slowly at the finish.
There's your white suit. Oh, a bit high. Bit high.
Just needs to get around that to be a covering sort of bowl. That's, I think Pete will be confident he can draw to the draw inside the tee here with at least one of his bowls.
I don't think Pete's got a problem with shots like that. I think Pete's problem at the moment is that he's having nothing to be able to bowl to make any sort of score with.
Correct, yeah.
That's the
They had
thing.
that two ends, didn't they, back to back, where they were holding threes or fours, and the ladies had one bowl each time. And other than that, it's
I mean, they're
been
not
a bit scrappy.
dropping the big shots or anything, but it's just frustrating that as a player, as a skip, you'd be expecting a few more woods around the jack to give you a chance to bowl into all around.
Well, he's certainly giving himself a chance here. He's all on pace. Just
yeah.
not up. I don't think he was overly confident with that. Graham needed to just reassure him on that was a shot to play. Whether he was looking at that little channel where his own bowl's just finished, or whether he was looking to be more positive through the front gate, straight through it, I'm not too sure. But I don't think Peter was 100% committed to that being the
play
right
onto
shot.
Margaret's bowl like on the outside. Come round Graham's bowl.
Well, I think he was looking at potentially more positive inside Graham's, where his own bowl's finished,
Right.
through to the jack or on the backhand underneath Sue's with quite a bit of weight. But
Yeah, I don't think that's Peter's game.
well,
I'll play with him on a Tuesday and a Wednesday, and Peter's more comfortable with a bowling.
well, that's probably
Draw
took away
bowling.
any other option now for Pete. So he's 2 more attempts at the draw. No, I would agree with you there, Richard. He's the draw is his natural game, and he's done it time and time again. Still don't think
Tight.
this bowl is up though. He's not got the weight. They've just outfoxed themselves here, the gents, with this long length. It's not suited them at all.
I think one thing playing with the better bowlers and the skips, I think it's better if a skip gives directions
Very
to
good,
the bowler
very good last bowl there.
rather than say wherever you like.
Yeah, it's down to the skip to build the head. Really, they've got the direction of how that end wants to go.
I think too many times you can give the
What's Pete got here? What's Pete done with his last bowl here? Absolutely nowhere near with his first 2. He's averaged about 2 yards short with his first 2, and he's just drawn the big one.
well, what did I say?
Good job, his triples. Good job, his triples. You're right.
I'd have been very happy.
I ain't doing this again with him. Hey. Bring back Darren Mallin. Can't handle this bloke here.
Well,
We're having a good laugh. We're having a good time.
He can take over in about 5 minutes' time, can't he?
Peter, next might be nice.
Well, this is good height, Di. This is good height.
Very good effort here. If it's up, needs to be up.
Oh, it's just gone
Great
under.
try.
Oh, cracking effort. Well bowled. Unlucky.
Well done, Richard. That's ends are on track, scores on track.
Yeah.
You get a full-time job doing this.
Oh, I think you'll find that's why I've dragged you and Gray on it.
Oh.
Right.
Different mat length again.
We were just, me and John were just saying about the skip picking his what he wanted, and he's just told Ray where to put the mat and where to bowl the jack. So now, as this kick-started the men into action, because in all fairness,
Pete's bowled 2 or 3 big bowls.
Oh, he certainly has.
Changed the head a few times,
certainly has, yeah.
but it's normally just to draw in the one shot.
That's right. That's right.
Well, that's more raised length, and that's the first one he's really
Nailed.
Really nailed. And he's just slipped through there as well, but a lot better from Ray there with his first bowl.
Thank you, Peter. Yeah, I mean, in all fairness, that's where you've got to be with a lead. You can't afford to be 3, 4, 5 feet away. You need to be within 18 inches. Give your team the chance to build. And as we say on the commentating, you pick up a 4 or a 5, and they're big numbers, and they can absolutely change the game. Takes 2 or 3 ends to pull those back. And John will tell you, it's their game changes at the end of the day. And we've
Just
all,
had the 2 opportunities in this game so far, both actually to the men of that, and Sue came in on the one end and Di on the other to spoil the party. Pretty much how Pete's just done on that one.
yeah.
Much better from Ray there. This is probably his most consistent end so far.
So
I don't know if that'll hold off Margaret. It might.
the weight's there, it'll be all right. That's the only problem, finding the gaps.
Yeah, it's Margaret's turn this end, just not to settle on the weight.
Yeah, halfway through the game. All right. I don't know what's happened with that one, but bit of an adrenaline rush.
Margaret again, just haven't corrected the weight there.
Just gone through a little bit there. I think Peter will be a lot happier with that start. won't be long because I know what'll happen.
Graham, a great opportunity here just to tidy this end up a little bit for the gents, but I think he's just going to be dropping short. Well, actually, a bit more than just a bit. 2 yards short. Great road though. Just in that period now where the league bowls are going to be finishing. They've just started finishing. Ring 4's just finished. So in the next 5 to 10 minutes, this will be the only game that's still on the green. That's when here you find that it does just change a little bit. There'll be a change in temperature and the atmosphere changes in the bowls club. No, Graham not happy with his second bowl, although he might get a. Oh no, he's just onto Sue's bowl. Still a great opportunity for somebody here to put her to nail it right down. Still wide open. Well, Sue's on a line here. It's all on a weight. Well, something's moving. A bit unlucky. It's going to probably change both players' hands here. Pete's just favouring Graham coming in off the wide bowl, and let's see what happens. Well, Pete's liking this so far. Is he up and off? The ladies are definitely 2, possibly 3 down at the moment, so Di's trying to encourage Sue definitely not to be short with this bowl. Draw into the bowl or any touch on the jacks in their favour. Well, definitely a positive line. What a great bowl. Possibly second bowl there from Sue. Changed that greatly.
Very good chance here. Touch is good. Yeah, you got it. See the way back. Oh, good. Those balls are that, all round it.
Well, not much conference with the gents there, so Pete's just walked up to his bowls. Either hand's really open to him, but favouring his forehand here. He's just going to draw around the shot to Sue's. Looks on a flattish line. It's not going to help matters much. Just had it confirmed from Pete that they are holding shot at the moment with the front bowler Graham's. Di's trying to just draw around the bowls onto Sue's back bowl. If they are down to the front bowl, I'm a bit surprised that. She's not looking to bowl the forehand here and draw around the front bowl, or even sitting it down, it's going to move the jack into that little pocket of their bowls there.
So what's the situation? Who's holding?
Pete's told me the gents are holding with Graham's front bowl.
Right.
Di just tried to bowl a perfect bowl on the backhand with the first bowl and just went on the side. I think they're discussing whether to switch hands here or not, because even if they sit Graham's bowl down with a foot away, it's going to get the shot. There you go. That's exactly what Di's indicating there.
Yeah. I take it Susie's the wood behind and Ray is the wood on the side.
I think the wood on the side is Ray's, yeah.
So they're probably the men are in the ascendancy then at the moment. Looks a bit high, doesn't it, I think? Yeah. This is a good week coming up, not this week, next week. Some top-class bowling.
Interesting option from Pete there. So I think he's conscious that there was a run through to get a few shots, but still surprised at the shot there.
On Tuesdays and Wednesdays over the next 2 or 3 weeks in the leagues there's some top of the table clashes.
Is that involving you by any chance, Richard?
Against you, yes.
Oh yes, yes.
Yeah, unfortunately we're putting our weaker side out.
Somehow I don't believe that.
Yeah, we do ours as drawn. We don't pick them to suit a situation like others, but there you go.
Thank you.
The way Ray picks a team, I
Oh,
agree,
I didn't mention any names.
is, you know. Any friends and family of Ray, I'm only kidding.
Well, another short.
Yeah.
Short and that. You're all right. Good roll by Ray.
It's just seemed the last 2 or 3 ends has just thrown Margaret off her game, really.
Yes. I think, like I said, the people have got to get into a rhythm. You got the jack. If you can get into a rhythm, you dictate, and it's how you feel as a player. You just feel that little bit more confident about pushing the ball. Well, plenty of gaps for people to go through.
Clean road by Margaret here. She's got an absolute cracking roll.
Yeah.
Or bold.
Well, I'll tell you now, there's a nice,
Yeah,
a nice target for Graham to.
that's the
Push
difference in
into.
these bowls. Graham will be looking to be underneath that wing bowl, and whereas Margaret was drawing around it.
Yeah.
He won't be afraid of this head. Just looking to reach into it to either turn the bowl or just draw the jack. And to be fair,
And he's not being short.
well, he's in the area here. Might have this first time.
Yeah, well bowled. Yeah, positive, very
Yeah.
positive.
Just
And I think that's the first time we have actually seen somebody be positive, John.
into it, yeah. It
You know.
does. That's probably not a bad result for the ladies, though. It just opens it up a little bit, gives them the opportunity, 18 inches to draw the shot in.
But I think this is a very important end as well for the ladies. I think if they go any more than 1 or 2 down, it opens that gap, which I think the men will exploit more so than the ladies. And as we've just seen, Sue's just come up a bit short.
She just needs to compose herself for her next bowl and forget that it's gone. Can't do anything about it. Don't dwell on it.
Trouble is, you know yourself, John, some people it does affect. It just gives them the twitches or...
Well, as it happens, Susan's coming very useful there with Graham getting into the back of that.
But also, I think it's helped the men out putting that ball there.
Wow. How long can that hold up for? Is it here? Not quite. Maybe 2 feet away. To 18 inches to get second, I think.
Yeah, Graham's turned his hand.
Well, it's a very useful switch. Just gives them a bit more room.
Well,
Oh, Sue just being asked to play a more attacking bowl. She was really convinced with the call, to be honest. Good weight, but Just needed to be on the tighter line there, just to promote something or play the ball away.
The thing is that coming that way would help the other team, surely.
Well, I just think they're leaving it open for Pete to draw in there.
Yeah.
Pete, I'd be very surprised if Pete doesn't get in there.
This is it. This is Pete's strength, as we said earlier. As you alluded to, he's bowled 2-3 big bowls early on. And really, that is probably the deciding factor in the game at the moment. And yet again, he's on the button.
Yeah,
I
I
mean,
would have thought that the right shot previously for Sue really was to just put 2 foot on her last bowl, and I'm not saying that would have stopped that shot, but it would have been another wood about, which would have caused a problem.
and as I've found out bowling with Pete over the last 2 or 3 weeks, once he hits a line and he hits the weight, he's very consistent. He can bowl 2 and 3 woods in and around that so-called dustbin lid, whatever you like to call it.
Well, not a bad sighter there for Di. She takes 2 feet off that. She's probably got second bowl. Yard off it, she's drawing through the jack.
Well, just coming up to 2 hours of bowling.
I mean, Pete likes that as much. I think he's
A bit wider.
it will drop off that hand, but
Commentator's curse by me.
Di's not short here. Di's not short.
Found the gap.
Oh, very unlucky.
Yeah.
Clean through would have been a couple of shots. That may have. Well, if she can, she's just sprung that a bit. So if nothing changes, she bowls the same bowl with the next bowl. It's very interesting.
Yeah, but how many are they down?
Well,
Oh, Pete short.
oh, that doesn't help the ladies.
That's the old good bad one. Looks a bit tight, does it? No.
Wow.
Well, what a good wood.
Yes, they got the shot out of that. I can see Graham's face is saying 1,000 words there. He's I don't think he's too impressed with that. Just check with them what they were before that. Pete, what were you holding before that? Pete, what were you holding before that? That's 4 shots to 1 there, so that's a big conversion in the game.
Yeah.
That would have been instead of 11-5, it's 7-6. So big turnaround there.
So the women still battling away, and fair play to them, doing very, very well. And that looks a bit tight from Margaret.
first ball from the lead is not really good enough tonight.
Yeah, definitely. It's been in and out. It's been more the odd good bowls that have come in and made the game rather than a series of good bowls.
Much better
One
start.
would save us really. I think it's been more than anything.
Needs a bit of run on this from Margaret. Much better bowl though. Much better bowl.
Yeah.
All on pace here from Ray. Definitely not short. He's
I don't know.
gonna-
I just got the impression there that Ray wanted to push the bowl through and get in amongst the jack and the
Yeah.
wood rather than bowl up to it and make ahead of it.
I think he's fully aware that he's probably not on his A game tonight, and he's just making sure that he is up so that his bowls are in the game. I think Margaret's doing the same again. Neither of them really happy with their game at the moment. It's a fair road. Just that yard away to game, but that gives the men options.
Well, it does. It gives Graham. I bet his eyes have lit up really, seeing him. He's got Margaret's wood or the jack to push onto.
Sue coming up on a forehand here, trying to draw to the second bowl. Very tight with her line. The weight's very good. Tough shot to play off that end because there's that wing bowl which is just stopping them go on the right on the high line, but see what changes here after Graham's bowled.
Yeah, but what do we say, John? You gotta put that bowl out of your mind, haven't you? You've got to.
Bowl as if it's not there.
That's it. Yeah. I know it's not easy. It's quite easy sitting here and saying it, but that's what we do say, and that's what we do here off air. Skips and whatever.
He's definitely not short. Just think he's going to be underneath this unless he's got a lot of weight.
He's underneath it. Just under, only just. That's it, Dwight.
It is their bowl. It is Margaret's bowl. So yeah, really nothing to be afraid of. But that's Sue's.
I think that's helped the ladies out a little bit, that has. Yeah, I think that's helped the ladies out. That's just made it very, very awkward for the blokes. Yeah, Di just drawing up. That's all she needs to do. See Morris. All right. Yeah, this is a good line by Peter.
What have I missed? Anything?
Yeah, Graham just touched Margaret's wood and pushed it behind the jack, which has made it a lot better for the women. It's made it a bit safer, so to speak. Just a little bit high die, I think.
Yeah, really good pace there by Di. Can stick a bit that once you're just outside that land. Well, Pete's liking the look of this. Just think
going.
he's just shy of it again. You normally know because Graham will say something like shot showing or
Yeah.
you've bowled a big and say just no movement from him. Just
It's
the
a bit
pace,
quick,
yeah.
that is.
Don't want to edge that either.
Oh,
Well, no harm. Graham's obviously had enough of the way that head's looking and he's asking Pete to be positive with his last one.
one, so it's all square again.
Plug everyone in.
Well, the ladies have pulled back level again. They're sticking to the task. Margaret short on the mat. Oh. Not bad, not bad.
Still not really on it with the first bowl.
Yeah.
Don't forget them photos then, George.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, it's better.
Yeah, it's been about as good as it's got really from the lead in that. It's,
Yeah.
I'd love to be able to ask them, get a bit of a live cam on the one or a live mic on one of them, just to ask them how the rink's playing tonight. Because Pete's probably settled on it the best, but you'd expect him to with the way he bowls. But everyone else has
Struggled a
appeared to
wee
struggle.
bit. Yes, yeah. I think you're right there, John. I mean, we know how good the ladies and the men are who are in these teams, and let's be honest, me and you are both surprised how they've struggled. It's just been one bowl in every head that's sort of done any damage or done anything. Nothing's been conclusive in the respect of building up the head.
Well, what drop can this get?
This looks better. Well, a bit heavy again, so
Into that realms now with last 5 ends we're getting into. The way this game's gone, one count, what you were saying before, when you don't want to drop those 3s, 4s or 5s. A four from somebody here, or a handful would probably just about do the game.
yeah. Oh, this is good. I mean, what is it? What's been the biggest gap,
2.
John?
Well, the
Two.
high score's been a 2, and there's never been more than 2 shots in the whole game.
You know, I mean, really, that's well, is it testament to how well they bowled or how not so well they bowled? You know.
Yeah, it's been a bit of an in and out sort of game, a bit bitty.
Yeah.
Like you said, the occasional. That's probably the best Ray's played across the game, and it's just every end's a little bit awkward.
Just travelling, is it?
Yeah, I think they're looking to force it through a little bit. They're going to be making the men honest here, because they've got position, but
Yeah, but
I'm
it's
surprised that they don't play that off the other hand, to be honest. They've got the edge off
Margaret's
short
yeah,
bowl.
Yeah.
They've got the
It's-
bowl to play down to, or the jack.
Ray's shot forward wood is stopping, coming in on that backhand.
stopping it
You've got to be,
cleanly.
you've got to be very, well. It's got to be spot on actually.
The weight
pick-
of that, but on the other hand, and you've got a very good result coming in.
I mean, we know Graham would love to just tuck this round that front wood.
Yeah, but they've made him go. They've made him probably go deep with the way Sue's
Yes.
first bowl is, because they've got to
Exactly.
cover it.
Of course I have. Yeah. No, you're right.
Still persevering with that. I think it just needs a bit more control on it if they're playing that. They're just looking to move it 2 or 3 feet. Well, it's on a different line.
If it's here, it's not here. Short, I think, John.
Barely jack weight, so needed the couple of yards on that.
I mean, it was never going to take it through, was it? That was
No.
the thing. I mean, the only problem Graham's got with this shot is picking Margaret's wood up.
He'd have to be very tight for that. Although, this is interesting. It's as if you knew what was going to happen here. Oh, he's drawn underneath it. He's drawn in. Oh. He's... that was supposed to be a covering bowl and he's ended up drawing the shot.
Yeah, I think that's been the story of the game, really. Those sort of shots have...
When I'm bowling with Graham for the remainder of the season, I'll have to remember to stand 2 yards away from the jack and then he'll get to the jack. So that's a useful tip I've learned there this evening, folks.
Is that
Much
tight?
better.
Is that tight?
Much better. That's the right shot.
Oh, yes.
Well, that's turned it around from
Made 2 out
3
of
or 4
that.
down to 2 down.
Yeah. Well done, Skip.
Yeah, it's the right call though. I'd called it earlier in the end with the first bowl that it should have been on that end. I think Di was probably looking at some retribution against Graham's bowl. I just don't think he's quite got the pace here.
No.
He might actually turn another one in for 3 now. It's got Margaret excited anyway. She's, well, glad to see that Jill's got home safe and is now watching the bowls. As I was saying before, a handful at this stage is going to take some pulling back, and
But there again, you know, sometimes you get a handful and
then you drop a handful.
You give
Yeah,
them back. Yeah. You can just relax and bump.
I don't think Di wants to give Pete any width here, so I think she would be drawing on the backhand inside.
Yeah. Well, she's got
Ray's
Margaret's.
bowl or Margaret's bowl if she's
Margaret's
fraction
indeed, yeah.
tighter. You don't want to stick one out on the forehand to give Pete any width.
Yeah, well, the men are very quiet.
Well, they're liking this.
Unlucky, very unlucky.
It's not the world's worst place there, though. It's
Well, she knows the line now. Well, Peter.
He's got to get a slide here to do anything. He's going to get second bowl out of that.
Second out of that possibly.
What that does mean is she could just turn her hand here, because that does protect it a bit.
And now I think I'd still like coming the other way if she did. Give hers a tap up or...
The only advantage here is if she gets it right back. Well, that's got him second ball back. I think what she's looking at, if she can just get a front toucher, and she's literally only got to move it 3-4 inches. It might, but straight back. This is good though from Pete. This changes everything. Well, get second ball back again. No great surprise there. 1s and 2s have been the order of the day.
Yeah.
I think Di's just been a bit put off here with Sue calling the shot, and then Margaret's stepped in with an idea. I think what Margaret is saying is she doesn't want to give him any width on that forehand like I was on about earlier. Still calling the backhand as a safer shot. Yeah, what Di's just saying there is if I change my hand, I'm just giving Pete the same shot again. So she's still going to. She's just going to stick bowling with Peter's hand here, just to. If she can move that jack straight back, well, I don't think it needs to go more than probably about 6 or 7 inches now with Pete's bowl at the front. But there's an opportunity of a 3 or a 4 here.
Well, Di, you got a nice line here. Might just be a bit heavy. I'll tell you what.
Have to be up. Big ball coming up here. Looks flat. Looked
No,
flat,
he didn't
so-
like it as soon as he let it go. He hadn't got there.
That's better.
Yeah, it's good help. Well done. Again, I think we've got to say thanks to Ellen for doing all this work. Thanks to John for stepping in and doing a bit of commentary. Well done.
And thanks for you for getting off your man flu bed and making it up tonight. Well done. Thank you very much. Margaret just forgetting that there isn't a bias on the jack there as Ray just changes the length a little bit.
Now this is interesting now. We've got Ray setting the mark for Margaret to follow. So it's weird how this sometimes turns round about. You know, either Margaret will bowl well off Ray's jack lead, or Ray will bowl well.
Well, they're liking it. Well, there you go. Just like you said, that's probably been Margaret's best bowl that she's led, and after
Well, very close, John. They've both done pretty much what I was saying.
So far, this has got the hallmarks of having a good head built up. It's probably the first three, it's the best three they've put up between them. Just 15 shots in the 12 ends so far, so that sort of tells a story. Ray's coming down nicely again here.
The ball's in the boys' court, so to speak.
Who's that?
Margaret.
That's Margaret. That's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Oh. Just on the high side this ball. A through won't be wasted.
Well, good weight. Right, Peter changing Ray's hand.
Yeah, you just got the option to draw around the front to the what may be the shot bowl or second bowl.
Does this look good?
No, he's just gone underneath it.
Oh. Change of hand, change of weight.
And that's not ended up in a nice spot either. That's
Yeah, but
probably in the draw line, that is. It looks like it's going to be forehand here, I would have thought.
Doy doing a bit of a switch there.
Surprised they're keeping. Surprised they're getting two to bowl their first bowl on the back end, unless she thinks she can force underneath that bowl.
Yeah, it just seems to hold out. But there again, into Margaret's wouldn't be a bad result. Oh my goodness,
Well, she didn't like that, and she's
got away with it.
well, that's one way of putting it, Rich. I would say they've definitely got the shot out of it, but again, good little run here for Graham. He'll fancy just coming underneath that short bowl with maybe as much weight as where Pete stood at the moment. If they get the jack out there, then it's a reset for the end.
Start again.
Start again.
Well, he's not shy.
Yeah. He's very close here. Could get them both.
Yeah, what a result. Yeah, well bowled. Well bowled.
Oh, all on Sue's weight here. Possibly just over the top of it, but
Yeah.
again, not the world's worst spot. Just maybe a yard or so.
Yeah, what's
but
Graham going
very
to
good
do?
line. Oh, I think he's just going to draw in on the forehand. Be surprised if it's anything else. Hide the jack away, draw to his own bowl.
Yeah, it's that wood behind his red one. That's the problem.
Yeah, I think even if he just draws into his own, it's, again, we've got this opportunity of 2 or 3 shots here for a team, so which at this stage is huge.
Looks a bit much for me, but
Yeah, I think he's just over the top of it. Again, probably just conscious of Sue's last ball really, and knowing they've got to be up.
well, the cover's there anyway.
Sue's
Gibbs.
happy, Di's happy with that, so with the weight of Sue's previous bowl, so trying to make sure that Sue's up and not dropping a short bowl is crucial. Well, how far will
Tight.
hold? Tight, yeah. She's just, she'll probably barely get Jack high here, and that's really the main difference. It's just stopped her pushing the bowl out.
This is what I thought Graham would have done the last time, but as you say, he's covered with his first, so he can afford to do that now. Well, he's got a good line. He's got a very good line. Oh,
That's got to be in.
yeah.
I think they're definitely holding 3 at the moment. Still loads of room here for a good draw. Can be 6, 7, 8 inches high on the forehand with a dead weight and be in for shot. Even if she's a fraction under, if Di's a fraction under to the front bowl. Options.
Now what's your weight like? Not there by the sound of that. Oh,
Didn't need to change a lot though on that line.
no.
Probably 18 inches, 2 feet off that, and she's drawing through that jack.
I'm sure Pete would love one just round the back of the jack. Well, as I say, John, the business end of the game. I don't know about that, Peter. Oh, is that tight, Di?
Got to have a lot of weight. Got chances off this ball. This has got a big chance. I don't think that's got a rapturous applause from the fan club of the ladies.
Oh, don't be short now, Peter.
Peter just got a chance, great chance here for 2 or 3 shots, just overdrawing down to the bowl.
Well, he's not short. What a bowl.
Yeah,
10 out of 10. Now, Di.
difference here though, it's only 2, whereas it was 3 before Di's last bowl came in.
Yeah, but Pete's got one left, hasn't he? So if Di doesn't
Oh, yeah.
put one in. I mean, in all fairness, she got away with the last wood, but
There was always the option though, there was a chance there. Yeah,
Oh.
she got away with it, but what she doesn't need to be here is,
short.
well, got a great opportunity here with a drop. It's just
Just
gonna stay
holding.
out. A bit of pace here. Just got to get a reaction off something. Oh, just the two. So still only one in the game.
Well, that was a big end really, because it swung a little bit. It swung a little bit backwards and forwards. I'm astounded myself here, John.
No errors so far. 13 ends in. It's almost unheard of, Rich.
What, that we've got it right?
There's no way about it. No, this needs a banana in the way, Graham.
Well, no, they should know they've got to be pushed into the trolley gap. Otherwise, they're a health hazard.
Oh, great lead there from Margaret. We were just having a bit of a production meeting there, so I do apologise for the silence.
I think from our production manager, the answer's no. Is that right? Too serious, some people. Far too serious.
Oh, talking of serious, we are at the business end in this game.
Yeah.
Another good effort here from Margaret, especially with a drop. Great ball. Yeah, that's in for two. Or it certainly cuts the angle down. Graham's eyes are already lit up, waiting. If this doesn't change, he'll be enjoying that head.
It's right though, and it's some players love it when there's bowls around the jack. They can bowl into or be around.
This is changing it. This is changing it. Oh, changes it again.
What are your thoughts on that head, John?
Well, Margaret's just bowled two within 14 inches, so I'd stick a third one as is. Then for the next shot, it's probably forehand bowling. See, after now it's forehand draw, either a yard of weight down to the bowl for Graham's because his will hold up.
Shoulder with raise as well.
And if he's a fraction under, he's resting off either Margaret's or Ray's and going to get another good second bowl. So great opportunity here for
One,
Graham.
2, 3, at least 4 alternatives there, isn't there?
Yeah.
options, shall we say.
Yeah, he's got anything
Yeah.
from a yard or 2 yards away, straight through it if you really wanted to, but I don't think they will at this stage.
Yeah.
Just probably overdrawing it. The only danger with Graham's bowls is doing just exactly what he's done, which is it just won't get down. But he's got a great opportunity off this bowl to.
It's a good place, though.
Yeah,
I mean,
he won't be worried about that.
No.
That's encouraged him a lot.
no. There's definite alternatives now. I mean, you would say everything's in the men's favour at the moment.
Well, yes, but there's still loads of bowls to come up.
Oh, that's it, the wrong one. Oh, that's one against now. Now it's different.
Do you know what though? That's not the world. I mean, yes, they're one down, but they could have been in a lot of trouble with the next bowl.
The thing is, with a weighty bowl now, it could shoot out over there.
Yep.
That's why I think Pete's pulling him in to that side.
Oh, sorry.
Oh. Just probably a little bit heavy for what he wanted. Yeah.
Well, nothing for short here. Definitely a couple of yards away. Through Margaret's bowl or solid onto the jack is what they're looking for.
I've never ever watered my Guinness down.
So we got a result the last time playing with weights up here. So
Yeah, but you got to turn around and say, is it going to give out?
well, this is a great opportunity here. It's a great effort.
Well,
Wow.
could be two there.
Ray's face just about says it all there.
I saw that one.
Again, the end's changed again. Still opportunities for the men here. There's, I think Graham will just be drawing up, but if they can get a wood about and just change the angles, there's great opportunities. Oh, Pete's given him absolute licence to pick his weight, so maybe it won't be a draw. They have got good cover at the back, so this could change dramatically in a few seconds' time.
Yeah, dear.
Well, no, you're right. I'm surprised at that. Graham doesn't normally shy away from being up with a yard or two if he's given the opportunity. So again,
Mind you, I will say this, that looks a lovely position, the way Pete's been rolling.
yes, I would agree.
He's got one at the back, one at the side, possibly pick the jack up. You know,
Yeah. don't think Di will be too concerned about this. It's their only bowl past Jack High, apart from the second bowl. So, well, they might be looking for 3 here, so I think that's just a bit of concern from Pete that he's got to be a bit careful with this shot.
Well, first thing is to try and cut it down.
Yeah, all about getting himself a sighter with his first bowl. He could draw it. He could set himself up a really good angle. Deadly quiet now that the other league games are finished.
Well.
Needs a result off the ball. He's just going to go underneath it.
What a lovely sighter, though.
Concern for Di, she's aware of Graham's 2 bowls, so I think she's going to sacrifice drawing in another one, and on the backhand just there's a gap just about 5 feet away from the jack that she can just draw through to cover Graham's bowls.
I fancy her to draw it. If she drew one here, mate, that would really put the...
And she can afford to, because the bowl Jack High is there, so... Yeah. Wow. Again, not the world's worst bowler.
Yeah, she said she was coming behind.
You've come to the tea.
Yeah, again, she's not going to be too fussed about that. It stops that free hit through the hole.
Tight.
Yeah. He's instead of him just trying to be drawing, he's conscious of where Graham's bowls are, I think, which is just getting him a bit greedy on the line to get tight.
But there again, 2 or 3 times he's used his last wood.
Well, this is all on pace here for Di. Don't know, it's quite here.
Yeah.
What a shame. Great line.
Good with both of them.
Good green, but 2.5 from your last wood.
Well, we've been here before with Pete with his last bowl, and it's a better road. Straight away, better out the hand. I think he's pushed it.
Yeah,
He's definitely pushed it.
Well, Di.
Well, this is those ends that we were talking about 20 minutes or so ago.
Right, you're playing for Margaret.
Big score now.
Or
This is a
drop just inside Ray.
great opportunity of 4 here, which that would 2 to play. Great opportunity.
Yeah.
I don't think Graham's overly impressed with this. No, not quite up. Ever the optimist suit. Well, definitely 2, could be 3.
Well, 2 up with 2 to play, possibly.
It is.
2.
It wouldn't have been anything else, would it?
No.
The highest score, there's been nothing but 1s and 2s all game.
Yeah.
Up and down, as they say.
Yeah, big end now.
See if Ray gets any jelly in his arm as we're going up this way.
Yep, all to play for now.
Yeah. Decent lead there from Margaret at this stage in the game, not wanting to leave anything short. That ball's always in the game. Right. Raise green looks a fraction under it, I would suggest. White's keeping him in the game. Well, Rick stayed watching with us. Emily's watching as well. Hello, Emily. And Darren's watching at the club, which is quite interesting. But all on Ray's weight here if it drops off that hand. Just that yard of weight's just pushed him round. Oh, now Dickie Banks has joined the game with the last two ends to play. Welcome, Dickie. All on Margaret's weight here. It's definitely in the game, and shot roll for now. Well bowled, Margaret. Ray's just lost his land there a bit. Well, quite a lot. So, Sue's got an open backhand draw here. Can afford to just be up with 6 inches of weight and bring that jack for the back bowl as well. That would make this a very interesting finish. Well, very decent line. Won't be too worried about that at this time. It's covering Ray's bowl at the back-ish. What you don't want at this stage is the short bowls. That's easier to correct when you've just gone through. Difficult, I think, when you've just dropped one short. Good line from Graham. He's got the gents interested at the top end. They're watching it coming in. Every chance of drawing the shot here. Very good ball.
Yep.
I think what Di's worried about now is if they came the other hand and just went underneath it, they're just taking the one bowl away. And
Yeah,
looking
but-
to get another bowl in, and then they got 4 to. Oh, it looks quick out the hand. That. That's
I think Sue had set herself
Yeah,
up
I
to
think
go
she
the
had.
other way,
I think she had.
and it's just thrown her a little bit.
Interesting though that it might just make Di change her mind with her last bowl,
Yeah,
because of the 3, Sue's bowled with weight very well tonight so far, and it might just be a moment for the 3rd one to do that again. But Graham's just through again. I think they're just wary of those 2 bowls that Sue's put up there. So, but Jack sideways is useful. Sue's definitely up for this shot. She's coming up to check with Di. It's just that angle off that front bowl that I'm not sure how good that is for them or not.
oh no.
The
No.
right idea just needed to be up, and that, again, I think that was because they didn't want just a little feather off that front bowl. She was trying to force it.
Yeah, but the thing is, John, they're 1 up. They're 1 down on the end, but they're 1 up on the game.
Yep.
It's as if they've got to go chasing it yet.
No. I think what they're worried about is staying where it is. They stand a chance of. They need to move this Jack.
Yeah, but she could have done that with a half a yard of weight on just going through the drawer a foot or so.
It's forcing them to go deep though, so that's 2 bowls that after Graham's drawn in with his first, he's sacrificed his last 2 bowls to cover. Di's got 2 options here now: draw on the backhand or reach.
I mean, you look at it, if I took Margaret's solid wood out,
I'd be tempted to draw with my first, I think, but
yes, I think so, yeah, I think you're right. But
she's still looking at that forehand though, Di is. Yeah, still playing it. Wow. This is in the area. This is. Oh.
2 down.
It's a good effort that, but it does just change it a little bit. That's
Yeah, but I don't think it changes it for the better.
very unlucky not to get a result there. Just went to just bent in the last yard.
I think, John, you know that when you play a little bit of weight, you're in the lap of the gods anyway. I would have thought she'd have been better coming the other way and using Margaret's wood.
Both shots were viable, definitely.
You know, I know that it's easy for viewers to think, well, after the fact, but Now what do you play, Di?
Well, she was looking at the backhand, but I think it's the forehand.
Forehand. Yeah.
No, it's too wide.
She's now pushing it. Before they were bowling well within themselves. You got a feeling like chasing it a little bit. Mind you, they're in a bad place.
I still think the forehands. I was thinking bowl with them, especially now she's put that bowl there. That doesn't help. There is still a gap there for Di's bowl. It's either that or a lot of weight on that backhand underneath Margaret's bowl. Round the front bowl, underneath the next. And then it's risky because you take Margaret's front bowl out, you're 2 down. Which are only 1 at the moment. Does look nice though. Got to admit, off the mat, we're right behind this, and there is a shot on the backhand with a lot of weight. I think Di's playing the forehand draw though.
If she gets this right, picks the jack up, she's on for 2.
Great opportunity if she's round Pete's front bowl, yeah. Graham was grateful that missed that, because I think that was close with a miss.
I'll tell you what, there was a puff of the cheeks there.
That was so close, Di.
Puff of the cheeks there from Graham. He's taught his wife too well. That's a...
Well, there's one thing for certain, well, not for certain, because it could be a tied end, but we won't be going into an extra end, will we? That's for sure.
Oh, it is rich.
Right, all to play for, guys.
Well, we might as well have just forgotten the last 2 hours and 5 minutes and just bowled one end. Come on, Rich, don't mess it up on the last end, mate. Spot on.
I felt some heat in the back of my neck. Oh, God, yes.
I'll change the camera angle for you.
Well, I should think so. You've done bugger all else. Right, folks, down to the last end. It's all a battle of the nerves now.
Family pride at stake.
Hey?
Oh, I've just said that.
Looks a bit tight to me, yeah. Yeah. I see Darren watching intently as they'll be playing the winners of this in the final.
Got the shot coming in, well done. Yeah, I know.
That's better height.
I'm not so sure it is. I reckon Margaret's had a word with him up there.
With a bit of green. That's all right. Okay. Still going to count, Margaret?
Go on, Ray,
Yeah, counting.
One big bowl here from somebody. Oh, I don't think Ray wants it with his last either. No, one really good opportunity here. One good wood, could win this for somebody. That's the best height of the lot. This can get through the jack. This can get through the jack.
Beautiful. Yeah, no ball.
Even that. Foot tight. Well, what's Arnie's weight like here? I think this could be this could be shot showing, or is he just running through?
Great try.
Oh, it's in a great home. Still 18 inches, 20 inches to draw a big one in here. Sue's gone narrow as well. Just gets off the bar. No.
Too foot.
Run through about 2 feet. Just beat your last bowl and you'll get the shot.
So just to confirm with what Pete was saying there, the men are down at the moment. Graham was 2 feet through. This is looking somewhere adjacent though.
Run. Come on, come on. That'll do me.
Just a little bit bouncy.
I think that last bowl's just won it from what Pete's reaction's like, but it's still 20 inches to draw in. Again, one good bowl here. It's going to make all the difference. Better line from Sue straight away. Well, yard through from Sue, but it does give options.
Every bowl has gone to the one side of the jack.
Yeah, I was just talking with Pete and Ray, and they're saying that it's been really difficult tonight. That they're going too far out and it's not dropping, and they're adjusting the line, and it's very difficult to get jack land.
Funnily enough, I had a word with the women and I said the blokes are moaning.
Oh, He saved his best till last there for sure. Still a good dead draw on there. So Sue, 18 inches off her last bowl, she gets the shot. She's bowled a really good line with her last bowl, so as long as she remembers to stick it out on the strings, she's got a chance. Tight.
Tight and light.
Yeah, that's... no, that's that. Overthinking the shot, not being natural in the shot.
That's my wife.
Graham loves a very strong thing. Oh, that's good wood, really.
He's a good bowl, but there's still that good foot of land to play with all round.
It's all that holding your nerve now, isn't it, really?
Well, Di's more than capable of bowling this.
Hmm? Yeah. Little outside wick. Having a go at this. Wow.
I'll tell you what, folks, this is in the area. If you can use that front bowl. Wow. Shut down. Always the option there. I've bowled with Di and I've seen her do that numerous times, so she would have known that that's an option all along. There was the back bowl, or that, or the jack. Loads of options.
Come on, mate. Come on.
I just think this might be through.
Very dangerous now.
I tell you what, he's got to have a go at this. He's got to have a go at this. Whew, flipping hell, it's getting warm in here.
You're going to be damned if you do and damned if you don't. I'm not sure who's driving, but there could be two people walking home tonight. I'm not sure which way around it's going to be.
I'll tell you what, my rates for taxi service is very good. Trust me.
I think Pete's just setting himself up for his last bowl, a bit of glory.
What's one of your shots, John?
Well, Arnie's taught me this shot. If she's going to be looking for the shorter bowl,
Okay, yeah. He's got a perfect draw, hasn't he? Okay, yeah. And he draws that. Alright.
I think I'll be covering a few spots up here. Looks like Di's covering the back.
Yeah.
If this gets somewhere around about the respot, it's a very good bowl. Well, yeah. If that's buried in the corner, about respot sort of thing, then that's a good bowl. In this situation, it's always difficult. You can't cover everything with one bowl. You just got to commit to what you're doing. The same as Pete with this bowl now. He's just got to commit to a shot and just make sure he bowls it. He's got options, because if he's tight, he's got woods to come down here, and it's all in his favour. All in his favour. Close. Close.
Yeah, well, Peter.
Well, is that shot though? That's the question.
It's now 6 inches in front of the tee, almost halfway between tee and spot.
Is it the back pole that's shot, Graham?
Oh, sorry. Yard and 6 inches.
Back pole, is it?
Yard and 6 inches. Getting carried away. Inside this. It's got to be inside there.
She's got the jack.
She ain't.
She's got the jack.
She ain't.
No, she ain't. Oh,
Look at his face.
Graham's the most relieved person up there. Well bowled, everybody.
Well, you've made it exciting, guys. There's no doubt about it. It wouldn't be a well, it wouldn't be a,
It must look different from above the jack, because that doesn't look obvious there, but nobody's complaining about it.
no. It wasn't an epic,
It's alright, it's not even.
but there's no doubt about it. With the husband and wife venue, I think it was very nail biting. Anyway, thank you very all for watching. Those that watched and listened. Hope it was enjoyable. I'm sure it was a bit of a nail biter. Thanks to John for stepping in and helping out.
And to you, Richard, all the best.
Thanks to Ellen for doing the production. Thanks to the players.
Thanks, everybody. Good night.
Well done, and take care, and see you soon.
Oh,